The modern gamer is so much more than being just a gamer. They are business people, chefs, scientists, and creatives like myself.
I'm a gamer.
That need the raw power not only to look pretty, but to scrub through, edit, and export videos, photos, and animations. I'm not an animator, but bless you guys, y'all have it rough. You're gonna need something that'll let you rest easy when you're hard at work and bring the heat when you're gaming. Well, we have the answer. This is the MSI Vector GP68 HX 13V, which boasts a 13th gen Intel i9 chip, GeForce 4080 GPU, some serious thermal management with the MSI Cooler Boost 5 system, and so much more in a stylish yet stealthy design. We'll get into what this monster is capable of later on, but right now, let's check out what's inside the box. You're getting the laptop in a classic MSI style pouch, and slip it out. Look at that, that is hella pretty. And of course, the power brick. This thing is massive. Look at that, this is like the size of my face. Holy crap. And here we have it, the Vector GP68 HX 13V in all its glory. You've got the MSI Dragon logo watching out for you at the back, classy MSI totem design at the hinge here that'll lead you to the ports. Besides that, we also have translucent WASD keys or translucent WASD keys in case your gamer muscle memory doesn't serve you well enough. Followed by per key RGB keyboard lighting by the lovely folks at Steelseries, and lastly, nebula blue hinges that'll make your Vector really pop. Looking around the exterior, let's talk ports. The MSI Vector GP68 HX 13V comes with two USB 3.2 Gen 1 and Gen 2 Type A's, two USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type C's DP, with the one on the side coming in with PD charging, a HDMI 2.1 port, an RJ45 port, DC in for the charger, like of course, an audio combo jack, an SD card reader, which honestly, thank you. Not many laptops have that nowadays. And lastly, a Thunderbolt 4 port. Whether you future-proof your own devices for the USB-C revolution, it's nice to see that MSI are still catering to USB-A devices that we all have, because I definitely need that. If you have any idea how many USB-A to USB-C adapters I need to get, too many to count. Performance-wise, the MSI has really upped the ante in this here laptop by really packing in a whole lot of power under the hood. From the top, this has a 13th gen Intel Core i9 that boasts a 45% increase in performance, coupled in with a GeForce RTX 4080 laptop GPU, 16 gigs of GDDR5 RAM, and 1TB of storage. Whew, you guys are a good time. With MSI's Overboost technology, which hops up the 4080 and the i9 chip with an additional 175 watts and 75 watts respectively. That's 250 watts of power, and calling it a boost really is an understatement. Of course, we will be putting this laptop through its paces with benchmarks and gameplay, because what the heck is all that power for if you're not going to be using it to play all your favorite games on the highest quality settings possible on this fast and beautiful 144Hz display. With so much power being outputted, heat would be a problem, but not in this case, because MSI has come in with the Cooler Boost 5 system, which basically is a shared pipe between the GPU and the CPU, and there are fans, and you know what? Your thermals are going to be in check as you game your heart out or work with and export heavier projects. Steelseries has you covered with their Nahimic sound system to immerse yourself in the worlds you'll be exploring and probably blasting apart. Or if you want to blast some tunes, these sound pretty good. MSI has outfitted the Vector GP68 HX 13V with a 16:10 144Hz golden ratio display. You may be asking, but aren't most games in 16:9? And wouldn't there be letterboxing? Basically the black boxes you'll see as you're playing a 16:9 game on a 16:10 screen. Fret not, because most games in current gen have support for 16:10. Elden Ring, Cyberpunk, Apex Legends, Returnal, Armored Core 6, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, I don't know. There are a lot of games out there that do support 16:10 displays. This display shows the deepest of colors and the darkest of blacks beautifully. And with a refresh rate of 144Hz, you'll be watching everything play out silky smooth. This laptop was made for power, and power you're gonna get with a whopping 90 watt-hour battery to keep you working and gaming if you can't find a power point near you. One thing to note, If you do want to achieve the maximum wattage possible for the GPU, flipping the MUX switch is possible with this bad boy, at the expense of its battery life of course. So you know what, just stay plugged in for that stuff. We are going to be running benchmarks with 3D Mark, PC Mark 10, Returnal, and Shadow the Tomb Raider. And of course, we will be gaming with Starfield, Apex Legends, and Armored Core 6 at the highest settings possible to see if we can put any sort of load and strain on the Vector, with it being plugged in of course. MSI has put in 4 settings for power, super battery, silent, balance, and extreme performance, which we will of course be using. So now let's run through the results. Again, we will be running all these benchmarks and gameplay with the charger plugged in. For 3D Mark, the score for Time Spy Extreme is 9141. We also ran Fire Strike Extreme and that scored 21,288. And just for fun, we ran through Fire Strike Ultra and that scored 11,279. PC Mark 10 scores. We have 11,031 for Essentials, 9,923 for Productivity, and Digital Content at 10,671. And the overall PC Mark 10 score is 7,550. The Returnal benchmarks came back with an average of 135 FPS with a maximum of 214 FPS at the highest settings possible. The Shadow of the Tomb Raider benchmarks came back with an average of 153 FPS on the high settings, and we will be showing the rest of the results on the screen right now. Running MSI Afterburner to track our performance. Playing Starfield, we had an average of 71 FPS and a maximum frame rate of 145.3 FPS, and it runs smoothly. There are only sharp drops in performance when swapping weapons out, but that's probably due to the fact that the game is not completely optimized for laptop GPUs like the 4080 and of course the 13th Gen i9 Intel CPU that we are running right now. Other than that, combat feels very smooth in space and on the ground. Apex Legends played buttery smooth at an average of 171 FPS and a maximum of 300 FPS. Having that 144Hz display really helps you get a slight advantage over your opponents. Unless you suck like I do, at least your deaths will look pretty. Armored Core 6 has a 120 FPS option and that's great for me from software game. Our playthrough had an average of 59 FPS and a maximum of 144.8 FPS. The feel of playing on the keyboard with an agile AC build felt very natural. The keycap sizing is big enough so you won't miss a beat in your gaming flow. And yes, I did beat Valtia's pre-nerf patch as well. Took me like 20 tries. It is very safe to say that the Vector GP68 HX 13V will be the perfect companion for the professional on the go who needs the raw power to game and work wherever and whenever in the world. And yes, it definitely has a massive power brick, but that's only to juice up the lean, portable gaming machine that it is. It's got great scores coming through the games that we played and the benchmarks we've run through. So honestly, if you're looking for an upgrade for your current gaming laptop, or you're looking to try one out, I think the Vector GP68 HX 13V would be a great place to start or continue. That's it for this video. We hope you've enjoyed it. Let us know what you think about the MSI Vector GP68 HX 13V, and if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below, and we'll do our best to get to them. For more info on this laptop, check out links in the description below. MSI has more laptops for every price point, so do check that out. Until next time.